Well, it's that time of year. Time to get out the electric toothbrush and give these tomato flowers a brushing. We're just going to vibrate them here. Hopefully we'll release some pollen that'll come down and pollinate those flowers and turn them into tomatoes. And there are lots of flowers to shake. Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South Texas. I'm out in the garden today and gonna brush my tomato flowers. It helps to pollinate them, so I've heard, and it also makes me feel like I'm doing something to help the process along. So I try to do this every day while we have flowers on the tomatoes. I don't do the peppers or the cucumbers, but the tomatoes are supposed to be self-pollinating, so I think it helps, and I do that to try to get the maximum production from my tomato plants. It's the 5th of March and the garden is going good, so I'm going to go ahead and shake all these tomato flowers up a little bit, and then we'll take a look at the garden and how it's doing. So the theme for this week's video, I think, is almost all of my summer plants are flowering, and many of them are starting to put on fruit. Most of the tomatoes I'm seeing are relatively small, but this Biltmore here has some that are starting to get big, golf ball size rather than marble size, so that's great. That's great. My Sugar Rush peach pepper over here in the corner had a lot of flowers last week, and this week it's got a bunch of very small peppers on it. So this pepper does really well down here in South Texas. My jalapenos, they're flowering. All these plants are flowering and starting to put on some pretty nice fruit. It'll be a while yet before we harvest any of those, but it's looking pretty encouraging so far. And cucumbers, full of flowers. And I'm starting to see baby cucumbers show up. There we go. Amish paste tomatoes, flowering. So little tomatoes are starting to show up. Something is eating on this plant, and I can't find it. It doesn't seem to be a tomato hornworm, because they'd stick around. But something's chewing on it at night, I guess, and going back down. We'll eventually catch it. And here are my wreath peppers. Lots of nice big peppers on that plant. The rest of them are coming along as well. And some more cucumber plants over here. They're doing well. It's awful windy today. I hope this audio is coming on. But lots of flowers. Cucumbers are beginning to show up. I was calling out this plant as yellow bell, but I think it's Anaheim. Somehow I made a mistake. So I'm still hoping these two are yellow bells. I think that they probably are. And another error seems to be I've got way more cherry tomatoes than plants than what I thought. So I'm not sure how that happened, but make my wife happy, I guess. We're picking carrots every couple days, just as we need them. That's awful nice. And I got some cabbages that we're picking as we need them. I think we need to pick them a little bit faster because they're getting kind of big. So as it turns out, I have a problem with my cauliflower. It's got leaves growing all over inside. So this one's not going to be any good. It'll be coming out and going to the chickens. When I checked online how that happens, it says, well, it can be inconsistent watering, too much fertilizer. I don't think either of those are the case here. One possible cause is it's too hot. So that's likely. Anyway, I guess it reminds me why I haven't grown cauliflower for 7 years. I just don't have any luck with it. I had high hopes this year. This other cauliflower is only, I see a bud down there right now. I'll try to cover it up right away and see if that one does any better, but I'm not expecting it. So the temperature during the day here now is about 85 degrees, so pretty hot. And that's the reason I try to plant everything just as soon as I can, because it gets hot real soon here at Deep South Texas. And it gets too hot for tomatoes. It gets too hot even for peppers. So you want to get everything in the ground just as quickly as you can. And hopefully you can get a harvest before it gets way too hot. I harvested the last of my sugar snap peas, holding on to them for seed for next year, and have replanted this bed with Blue Lake pole beans. I see evidence at least of one of them that's germinated so far. So it won't be long before we have green beans climbing this trellis. That'll make everybody happy. So I watered my orange trees last week, and finally seeing some new growth. And that's good, because like I said, we haven't had any rain here for 2 months, and everything really needs it. The garden gets along okay because it's on a drip irrigation system, so everything in the garden gets watered. But these orange trees over here, they don't get anything. So anyway, I have to probably keep watering them. They're perking up. Happy to see that. The chickens, they're trying to stay out of the wind. They don't like the wind very much. Let's see if any of them decided to get in a nest box while they were trying to run from the sun, from the wind. Well, there's a couple hens in here. They don't like being disturbed, but no eggs yet. Well, just a quick garden update today. Again, the main theme seems to be our summer plants are flowering and they're starting to put on fruit. That's always good. Looking for going to be a pretty nice harvest this year, and I'm looking forward to showing that to you as it comes out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.